Here's a short script version of the scene you asked for. Minus. INT. Cafe afternoon. Luke sits at a corner table, clearly upset. Noreen stands nearby, arms crossed, unapologetic. Trish storms in, eyes blazing. Trish. Angrily. What did you say to him, Noreen? Noreen. Smirking. Oh, nothing he couldn't handle. If he's upset, that's his problem. Trish. Firm, stepping closer. No, it's your problem now. Before Noreen can reply, Trish slaps her across the face. The cafe goes silent. Noreen stumbles back, shocked. Noreen. Hissing. You'll regret that. Trish. Standing tall, protective. Not as much as you'll regret hurting Luke. Trish turns her back on Noreen and goes to sit with Luke, placing a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Noreen glares but says nothing. Fade out. Minus. Want me to make it more dramatic, like soap opera style, or more realistic and subtle? Got it. Here's a continuation of your scene with Gina and Kelly stepping in. Minus. INT. Cafe afternoon. The tension is still thick after Trish's slap. Noreen steadies herself, anger burning in her eyes. Suddenly, Gina rushes forward. Gina. Shouting. That's enough, Noreen. Gina shoves Noreen back hard. Chairs screech across the floor as Noreen stumbles into a table. Noreen. Furious. Are you all against me now? Kelly quickly grabs Gina's arms, holding her back. Kelly. Firm, to Gina. Leave it. She's not worth it. Trish and Luke stand together, watching. Luke looks relieved, a faint smile breaking through the stress. Trish squeezes his hand reassuringly. Gina exhales, calming as Kelly keeps hold of her. Trish. Softly, to Luke. Let's go. The four friends, Trish, Luke, Gina, and Kelly, turn their backs on Noreen. They walk out of the cafe together, side by side. Their laughter slowly rises as they leave, a sharp contrast to the stunned silence left behind. Fade out. Minus. Do you want me to make this script more serious and dramatic, or more fun and over the top, almost like a soap opera fight? Nice twist. Okay, hand sign. Let's rewrite the cafe climax so Gina actually breaks free and goes after Noreen. Minus. INT. Cafe afternoon. The cafe is tense after Trish's slap. Gina is fuming, being held back tightly by Kelly. Luke and Trish watch, uneasy. Gina. Struggling. Let me go, Kelly. She's not getting away with this. Kelly. Gritting her teeth. Gina, stop. She's not worth it. But Gina's rage boils over. With a sudden burst of strength, she breaks free from Kelly's grip and lunges forward. She shoves Noreen so hard that Noreen crashes against a table, nearly tipping it over. Noreen. Shocked, furious. You're all insane. Gina. Yelling. No, we're done letting you hurt people we care about. Noreen looks rattled, but before she can reply, Conor steps forward from the shadows of a corner booth. Conor. Firm, commanding. Enough, Noreen. Look around you. Everyone's walking away from you. Noreen stares at him, defiant but shaken. Conor steps closer, locking eyes with her. Conor. You've burned every bridge here. And the only one left standing beside you is yourself. Noreen opens her mouth, but no words come. The weight of his words silences her. Gina, still breathing heavily, pulls back as Trish and Luke step to her side. Kelly joins them, and together the four friends head for the door. Trish. To the group, softly. Let's go. We're better off without her. They walk out united and smiling faintly, while Noreen is left standing frozen, Conor's words echoing in her head. Fade out. Minus. Do you want me to push this scene into full chaos, like a cafe brawl breaking out, or keep it at this tense but powerful level? Got it? Let's bring Conor fully into the spotlight and tie his story to Gina, his mum. Minus. INT. Cafe afternoon. The chaos settles after Gina shoves Noreen. Kelly tries to calm her. Trish and Luke stand back, but the cafe is still buzzing with tension. Conor finally steps forward, voice booming with authority. Conor. Enraged but controlled. Enough. Everyone stop. The whole cafe freezes. Even Noreen glares at him but doesn't speak. Conor takes a commanding stance in the middle of the room. Conor. To the group. You all need to remember who's in charge here. Not Noreen. Not the fighting. Me. He turns his gaze to Noreen, sharp and unwavering. Conor. You've had your say, you've played your games. But it ends today. You don't get to tear this family apart anymore. Noreen tries to interject but falters under his intensity. Conor doesn't flinch. Conor. Cutting her off. You're finished, Noreen. Done. Conor then turns to Gina, his mother, who's still fuming and trying to catch her breath. His tone softens. Conor. To Gina, gently. Mom. I've got this now. You don't need to fight anymore. Gina's anger slowly melts into pride as she looks at her son, realizing he's taken control. Trish, Luke, and Kelly exchange relieved glances. The storm has finally passed. Gina. Smiling faintly, emotional. That's my boy. Conor puts an arm around his mum, guiding her towards the door. The others follow, united. Noreen is left standing alone, her power broken. Conor doesn't look back. Fade out. Minus. Do you want me to build the next scene around Conor and Gina, maybe showing their bond outside the cafe, or keep the spotlight on the fallout with Noreen? Perfect. Okay, hand sign. Let's carry it forward into a more emotional, character-driven scene focusing on Conor and Gina after the cafe fallout. Minus. Ixt. Street, outside the cafe evening. The group steps out into the cool evening air. Trish, Luke, and Kelly walk a little ahead, still whispering to each other, while Conor lingers with his mum, Gina. He keeps a protective arm around her shoulder. Gina. Sighing, softer now. Conor. You didn't have to step in like that. I can fight my own battles. Conor. Gently, smiling. I know you can, Mum. You've been fighting for all of us your whole life. But it's my turn now. Gina looks at him surprised, a mix of pride and emotion shining in her eyes. Gina. Teasing. When did you get so grown up, huh? Conor. Chuckling. When I realized I had the best teacher. They stop walking. Gina wipes at her eyes, trying to hide her tears, but Conor notices. He squeezes her hand firmly. Conor. Serious, heartfelt. From now on, Mum, it's me and you. No one's gonna mess with our family again. Not Noreen. Not anyone. Gina finally lets a tear slip, then laughs through it, pulling Conor into a tight hug. Trish, Luke, and Kelly glance back and smile warmly, seeing the bond between mother and son. Gina. Whispering as they hug. That's my boy. Always. They all walk off together, side by side, stronger than before, with Conor and Gina leading the way. Fade out. Minus. Would you like me to keep building this into a bigger story arc, like a series where Noreen plots revenge, or make this feel more like a final resolution, ending for everyone? Got it? Let's give Gina that powerful line to Luke, turning the scene into a moment of unity and strength. Minus. Ixt. Street, outside the cafe evening. The group walks together down the quiet street. Conor still has an arm around his mum. Trish and Kelly walk alongside Luke, who looks calmer but still shaken from the cafe showdown. Gina slows her steps until she's beside Luke. She lays a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Gina. Steady, protective. Luke. Listen to me. As long as I have breath in my body, nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to stop us. Luke looks at her surprised, his eyes glistening. Trish smiles softly, seeing Luke's spirit lift. Conor nods in agreement, standing tall beside his mom. Conor. Firm. She's right. We're stronger together. Noreen doesn't stand a chance against this family. Kelly chuckles lightly, breaking the tension. Kelly. More like an army than a family. Everyone laughs, even Luke. The group keeps walking side by side, their bond unshakable now. The night feels brighter, their footsteps lighter. Gina. Grinning to them all. That's the spirit. Nothing can stop us. They continue down the street, united, a family forged in loyalty, ready for whatever comes next. Fade out. Minus. Do you want me to set up the next big conflict like Noreen planning revenge after being humiliated, or leave it as a triumphant family united ending? Great, let's give Conor a strong closing moment, where he reassures everyone that the storm is over and better days are ahead. Minus. Ixt. Street. Outside the cafe night. The group keeps walking together, the cafe fading into the distance. The night is quiet now, the chaos left behind. Luke glances at the ground, still carrying the weight of Noreen's words. Conor notices and slows his pace, speaking loud enough for them all to hear. Conor. Firm but hopeful. You know what? Every bad thing. It comes to an end. They all look at him, Gina, Trish, Kelly, and Luke. His voice grows stronger, steady. Conor. Noreen's games. The fights. The hurt. All of it. It ends here. Because we've got something she'll never have, each other. Trish smiles at Luke, taking his hand. Kelly nods with quiet pride. Gina places her hand on Conor's shoulder, her face glowing with strength and relief. Gina. Softly. You're right, son. We've survived worse. Together we can survive anything. Luke finally smiles, a real unshaken smile, and the group continues walking, laughter starting to bubble up between them. For the first time in a long time they feel free. Conor. Final, determined. From now on, it's only good days ahead. For all of us. The family walks off into the night, side by side, united and unbreakable. Fade out. Minus. Would you like me to craft a final epilogue-style scene showing them later on happy and at peace, or keep the story ending right here with Conor's declaration? Perfect, okay, hand sign. Let's wrap it with Luke's line as the final word, giving the group a powerful sense of closure and unity. Minus. Ixt. Street. Outside the cafe night. The five of them walk together, their footsteps steady, the weight of the past lifting. For the first time, the air feels calm. Gina looks at her son with pride. Trish holds Luke's hand. Kelly walks with a quiet smile. The chaos is behind them now. Gina. Soft, but resolute. Peace feels good. Let's keep it this way. Conor nods, his arm around his mother's shoulders. Kelly gives a light-hearted laugh, breaking the silence. Kelly. It's about time we caught a break. Everyone chuckles. Luke slows his steps, looking at each of them one by one. He takes a deep breath, his voice steady, filled with conviction. Luke. You know what? We're all built to last. They all smile, the words sinking in, sealing their bond. They continue walking down the quiet street together, stronger, united, unbreakable. Fade out. Minus. Would you like me to write this whole thing as a polished full script, with all the scenes tied together like an episode, or keep it as separate moments you can build on piece by piece?